Hello there, and thank you for stopping by. My name is Dheeraj Lal. I'm Executive Director of GRC 360i. My objective here is to tell you a bit about this course so that you're sure this is indeed the right course for you. If it isn't, then please do not do it. We don't want you to waste your money or your time. But if you feel this is exactly what you're looking for, then please go for it. And I believe you will find this course to be great content for the desired level. Next, allow me to spend a few minutes on a simple question. Why does this subject matter? Why should you invest your time doing it? Before we go on, I'm going to switch off my camera because often the camera obstructs the text on the slides. So let me do that now. The very fact that you're seeing this video means that you have at least some interest possibly in the subject of IT disaster recovery. Certainly, if you're a professional in IT, then I'd say this is a very important subject. But if you're not directly related to IT disaster recovery or IT, then maybe this is still important. So in this video, I'm going to spend a few minutes on just giving you an idea, my perspective on ITDR. This is a short course, so if you're not 100% sure, is this still a good course to go through? Small investment of time, small investor of money gives you probably lifelong knowledge. And of course, if this is a topic very close to your heart and you need to go deeper, then frankly, you need to do the more detailed courses. Don't do this course. So this course is certainly only for people who want a high level understanding of this domain. Let's look at any organization today. It's almost impossible to imagine any of them functioning without IT being available. A bank, a hospital, a manufacturer, a manufacturing entity, a government department. Most of them will need a strong backbone of information communication technology. We refer to that often as ICT. I think there would be very, very few exceptions. ICT is really what enables the business to run, to deliver its products and services. And that brings a hard truth that if there was a major disruption to your ICT, then the continuity of your business itself will be jeopardized, in peril. Many organizations would not be able to continue their businesses if IT was not available. So IT becomes really, really important. It's the backbone, it's the nerve center, it's what really enables the organization to function. And the fact is that disruptions do happen. A data center does crash. A major database could be hit by ransomware, and I'm going to show you some statistics. Even cloud service providers have outages periodically. A cloud service could go down. AWS could get hit. There could be a war. There could be a natural calamity that could take out a whole facility. Your ITDR service provider may actually have an outage. So you have an outage. And this is not just theory. This happens in real life. And these are not just rare occasions. They do happen every day to some entity or the other. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the current global threat landscape that is happening. And keep in mind that every hour of downtime translates into lost revenues, unhappy customers, lost future business, maybe regulatory fines and penalties. It can take you years to recover from the damage. In some cases, organizations never recover, they shut down permanently. Let me show you some statistics. These are recent statistics. I take no responsibility for the accuracy. I have no way to confirm the accuracy, but this is in the public domain. Check it out for yourself. I just picked the site Access Intelligence. There could be 10, 20 other sites like this. So do your own due diligence. But the fact is, at least per my understanding, ransomwares have increased hugely. And what's been told to me by the industry, by my customers. That's what I see happening in various markets across the globe. And that's also what these findings seem to say. Ransomwares, 48% of confirmed breaches are due to ransomware. That's up from 44%. So it is probably the single largest incident that's causing IT to go down, almost 50%. So literally almost 1 out of 2 incidents are ransomware related. And for Just to put it in simple terms, what does ransomware mean? It means your IT is locked, you can't access it. The cyber criminals say, okay, pay us X and we'll give you the key and you can then open the lock. You can then access your IT. What is the best mitigant? The best mitigant in this is to be able to tell the cyber criminals, thank you. I don't need your key. Keep it. I have good IT disaster recovery. It's tested. It works. I will bring up my ITDR and I will refuse to pay you any money. So actually looking at ransomware being 48% of looking at ransomware being 48% of all attacks, your best defense is strong ITDR. The business case is made for this course. Let's look at the other statistics. 820 million paid out apparently in 2025. And as per this analysis, they say they expect that figure to cross 900 million. What is it in 2026? I haven't checked yet, but even if you're paying out $1 million, that's still quite a lot. Why not just invest in good ITDR? Why not do this course? Why not put a strong ITDR in place? Why not test it and exercise it? And why not, if you do face a ransomware attack, why not tell the cyber criminals to go take a hike? Because you don't need to pay them the ransom. Average cost of an incident, $5 million. I give you an example right now of even one, but that's lower. So let's assume that the cost of an incident is $5 million. Average recovery cost 1.5. Let's say you have good ITDR. You save that $5 million. SMEs, if you're an SME, you need this course even more. 96% of ransomware victims were small and medium businesses. As a small and medium business, can you afford that $5 million? Probably you can't. Do ITDR. Healthcare was a majorly attacked sector. If you're a hospital, you're a healthcare provider, you should worry even more. Go ahead and do our ITDR course. With that, I hope the point is made. Coming back to my slide now. Now, most mature organizations already have business continuity management in some shape or form. Now, let's assume that you do have a formal business continuity management system in place. That's great. What if you don't have a formal business continuity management system in place? Maybe you have an informal business continuity management in place. I've been in the BCM field for over 20 years. I tend to call business continuity structured common sense. We already do smart things as part of our pure corporate governance. Typically, many of those smart things would be contributing to the continuity of your business. You have succession planning for your people. You have a LotNet process. You probably keep multiple suppliers. You keep multiple phones. You have maybe multiple service providers. So there typically is some amount of business continuity in place in most organizations. Where's the gap? The gap is in assumptions. The gap is in saying, no, we'll be all right. And that's a big gap. As these organizations who paid out that $800 million realize, they assumed that they'd be okay, but they weren't. So how do we fix this? We fix this by going deep. We fix this by ensuring IT and the business are in sync. Very often, the business impact analysis captures only business function requirements, a risk management system, a settlement system, a collateral system, without getting very deep into the requirements, the linkages, the applications, the databases, or the infrastructure that actually support them. Often the user may not have an IT focus or an IT mindset. They leave it to the IT team. IT is good, they'll manage. But how can IT manage what they are not asked to do, or what they are not aware of, or what the user doesn't highlight to them? So It does require that collaboration. When risk assessments are not performed from an IT perspective, risks arising from IT don't get captured, and therefore they don't get addressed, they don't get mitigated, they continue to be risks, and sometimes those risks become real. So, unfortunately, the teams entrusted with ITDR recovery often lack full appreciation of the business requirements. So, they do their best, but they are operating in isolation. They don't have the full picture. Can't blame them. The result is that organizations who have thought about continuity may have good BCM on paper, but it doesn't work. And when a genuine IT disaster strikes, we really don't have the clarity or the confidence or the agreed procedures tried and tested, which enable us to restore the system within timelines. That's when the business loses reputation, loses customers, loses revenues. And in many organizations, that's the beginning of the end. A few years down the road, all your customers have lost faith, they deserted you. You have no business left, you may as well shut. And that's what does happen to some organizations. So ITDR can actually directly help ensure the survival of your organization. Keep that in mind. Okay. And assuming you want good ITDR, how do you close the gap? Try to make sure you understand both worlds, the business world, the IT requirements world. And that's what this course sets out to help you do. So who should take this course? Who should attend this course? This is a high level course. It's not going to give you a very hands-on applied understanding. You're not going to be able to build an ITDR program after this course. So if you're looking for a high level of competency, hands-on building an ITDR program, doing the BIA, doing the risk assessment, creating the IT strategy, no, this course is not for you. Typically, that would require a decent amount of technical skills. Instead, this course gives you the principles of ITDR in non-technical terms. It's for those who want a high-level understanding, who may be the ones sanctioning the program and the budget, who may be the ones governing the program and the budget, overseeing it, asking questions, asking smart questions, and getting their IT teams to then perform the detailed technical steps to put the ITDR in place. So leadership, senior management, board members, department heads, it's for them. These are the people accountable for the resilience of the organization, including IT. They are the ones who fund the ITDR program, who decide the metrics, operating parameters, reviewing it, provide governance and oversight. These are the ones whose critical business functions drive the requirements of ITDR and the BIA. Therefore, this foundation level course is at a hands-on competency level of only 3 to 4 on a scale of 10. Conceptual understanding, very limited hands-on competencies in terms of creating ITDR documents, but enough understanding to be able to plan, govern, and support the program. No deep technical background required. What about other teams beyond just leadership? Equally valuable for someone who wants to get into ITDR. Let me understand what it's all about. Let me see if I like it. Let me see if this aligns with my competencies and my desires. If so, I'll do the next level course, which is more hands-on and deeper. Those are the specialist level courses or professional level. This course will explain the complete life cycle from project initiation to testing to maintenance to improvement. It's good for consultants who may be guiding their organizations, giving them advice about their ITDR program, about the various stages, maybe consultants from other domains. I'm an InfoSec specialist, 27K. ITDR is related, it's the availability part. So let me understand the ITDR approach. That's good enough for me to advise my customers. I don't need more of a knowledge or understanding. Auditors, I'm an auditor. I look at various domains. Let me understand the ITDR methodology and approach. It's background information that can help me in my audits. Project management people, our job is to manage projects successfully. Let's understand the ITDR implementation, approach, methodology, strategy that can help us in our project management delivery. Based on this understanding, probably I can also look to audit technology, audit ITDR. I don't need audit technology, audit ITDR, or ask the right questions. And through that, I can add value to my engagements. And supposing you're a business continuity professional or a risk professional, AI, cybersecurity, surely the understanding of ITDR will help you in your own roles. So why not pick up this recognized credential ITDR foundation as you go along? It's not a huge investment of money. It's not a huge investment of time, 8 hours, but certainly it's going to give me lifelong knowledge that I can apply in my career as I go along. What can you gain from this? Upskilling from where you are right now. What will you walk away with? A complete 360-degree view of ITDR with the right connections to business continuity planning at every stage, with the right connections to support the business at every stage in terms of their IT requirements. You learn the internationally recognized building blocks of an ITDR approach, methodology, plan, aligned with NIST. NIST is a well-known methodology for ITDR. You can look to restore the successful operations of target systems at an alternate site following an emergency. What is required to do that? You'll understand how to make the primary site robust itself. Prevention is better than cure. So that invoking DR is the exception rather than the rule. It's like someone who would rather not fall sick, concentrating on being healthy, a good diet, exercising, sleep, mindfulness, meditation. A healthy mind brings in a healthy body. And if I invest on all of that, hopefully I won't get ill and I won't have all the negatives of being ill, which means hospitalization and medicine and not being able to work and having to take leave and maybe losing my job. So the same principle of prevention is better than cure operates very well even in the ITDR environment. In this course, you'll study ITDR strategies, understand replication, conventional, emerging, understand ITDR plan development, understand what is involved in the implementation methodology, and finally being able to ensure that you're doing robust testing, rehearsal, exercises, practice, review, maintenance, improvement. So if you have even a minor relationship to IT or ITDR, this course is upskilling in the true sense. As I said earlier, not a huge investment of money, not a huge investment of time, but a great payback in terms of adequate knowledge for your current role, of lifelong knowledge, high level knowledge. If your role is hands on, then yes, do the other courses, specialist, professional, not this course. They'll give you a higher competency level, 7 to 8 on 10. This course is around 3 to 4 on 10 competency level. So if high level is adequate for your requirements, then this is a good course to do. Especially in today's day and age, we've had wars, we've had geopolitical chaos, we've had viruses being back on the agenda, particularly in Africa, Ebola, for example. Recovery, resilience, continuity skills are even more important amongst the most sought after capabilities today, driven by real incidents, driven by regulatory expectations, the rising frequency of cyber incidents, ransomware. Completing this foundation course brings you on par with the current scenario and hopefully position for the future. AI itself has its spin on ITDR. AI will bring both risks in terms of AI doing its own thing, and also AI is an enabler because, like the Tesla car, AI does have the ability to very quickly activate your ITDR and protect the organization, perhaps even before a human could respond. So all of those are useful concepts to be kept in mind. And once you do this course, you will be able to speak the language of your key stakeholders, the business continuity team, infrastructure, to be able to make sure that the business requirements are fully addressed by the ITDR program that you can look to oversee and build within the organization. Your certification pathway, we mentioned these earlier. This foundation course is the first step on this structured certification pathway. 8 hours course online, 4 hours of video based, 4 hours of live instructor led sessions. The exam is a 60-minute online certification exam. If you like, you can progress to other levels, specialist level. That's more for people who are delivering the program. They may not have built it, but they need to play a role to make it happen. Specialists could be useful for those carrying part-time continuing responsibilities, around 16 hours of training, hands-on competency level of 5 to 6. And beyond that lies the expert level, the professional level. For those who are building and own the program, subject matter experts, function heads, the key people in the ITDR program. That's 32 hours of training and hands-on competency of 7 to 8. Each level deepens your practice. Foundation is where the journey begins. Remember, if you do foundation and you choose to do the next level, you'll pay less. You're not going to pay the full fee if you've already done the prior level, because you already have that level of competency and knowledge. And we don't want to charge you twice. So don't worry about the costing. Be in touch with us. We'll help you out with that. So in closing, this is a course typically in a live environment that's covered in 1 day. In a virtual self-study environment, blended, do it at your convenience, around 8 hours end to end. So if that's for you, enroll today. All the best, and I look forward to welcoming you inside the course. If you made the effort, you've got the knowledge, you've got the concepts, you may as well confirm that by passing this certification exam, get a piece of paper which confirms your knowledge level. It confirms that you have the capability to understand the concepts behind IT disaster recovery. You would be able to oversee a project. You would be able to focus on the right decisions to be taken. If you have any questions about the course, reach out to us. You have our contact details on the slide. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.